The Africa Yoga Project has trained over 40 Kenyan yoga teachers. These young Kenyan leaders now teach free yoga classes in their communities, see their world and be inspired by their voice in our new book, Portraits of Empowerment and Peace. Support our programs in these communities. Purchase the book and learn more about our programs at africayogaproject.org.
My name is Darren Main, and we're going to be talking about the healing power of listening to your students, or really to anybody, but specifically to yoga students. If you think about the last time you went to the doctor, you probably had about 3 minutes to explain what was going on with you. And they were busy typing something into their computer, or writing a prescription and barely nodding their head, running labs. The one thing that yoga teachers have that a lot of medical professions unfortunately no longer afford themselves is time to just simply listen. We live in a world where people are rarely listened to, even at home. We tend not to listen to our partners. We tend not to listen to our children. We tend not to listen to at work. We put on our iPods and sort of block out the world. And people need to be heard. Healing is bringing somebody from a state of imbalance to a greater state of balance. That may or may not involve a cure. So for example, if somebody is diagnosed with cancer, healing that person may not mean they go into remission. But healing does mean that they feel more balanced and more prepared to deal with the challenges that life is bringing them. One of the most powerful ways we can support people in their healing is through listening. If you just simply take the time to listen to your students, to listen to what their fears, their hopes, their concerns are, to understand what's going on in their life, whether it's a big thing like a wedding or a recent diagnosis of a serious illness or an injury, to really hear them, to look them in the eye, to listen to what they're saying, to reflect back to them what you hear them saying, and make sure you really, really understand. And then to do your best to support them based on the information that they've given you, that they've honored you by sharing with you. Then you're going to find that you open up a space in which profound healing can occur. And they will be much more receptive to the yoga practice, whether that's meditation or relaxation techniques, yoga poses. They're going to trust what you say. If they say, I have a knee injury, and let me tell you about it, and they go on to tell you how they got the injury and what they've done as far as treatment so far and whether or not they've had surgery, and you really listen, and then you give them advice as to how to safely practice yoga with that injury. Because you listened, they're going to trust you. Whereas if you don't listen, they're going to feel like they weren't really heard and you can't really be trusted because you don't really know what's going on for them. Listening is one of the most powerful ways we can create a safe space where students will feel like they're cared for and they will trust you as a teacher. And when you do that, the magic of yoga can really shine through. But until we do that, it's really, really difficult for students to truly surrender into the yoga practice.